Kiddos, welcome to this week's homework where we are looking at angles. And just as a reminder, angles are two rays that have a shared endpoint. So let's talk about some types of angles and how we know what they are. So starting off with what makes an angle acute. Remember, we're looking at that keyword cute. It's cute, it's small, it's tiny. It is less than 90 degrees or smaller than a right angle. What makes an angle obtuse? Obtuse is that vacation angle. It is going to be greater than 90 degrees. So a cute little angle is less than 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees. And what makes an angle right? That right angle is exactly 90 degrees. Now, we've talked about acute little angles, those pinchy grandma angles. We've talked about obtuse angles, which we joke that are vacation angles. We can lay back and relax. We have the right way to sit at the table with a nice straight back. And then we also have our straight angles. Remember, our straight angles make a straight line. They are 180 degrees. Down the bottom, last two things we needed to do was practice drawing these angles. So a right angle is going to have a nice square corner, and a straight angle is going to be a straight line. Last two. Acute is anything that is less than 90 degrees, and obtuse anything that is greater. Any questions on this page? Bring them with you to class. All right, loves, identifying the correct angle. We have some options. You could circle, you could underline, and whatever works for you. This one is acute, little grandma pinching our cheeks. This one here is that really helpful deciding factor. When we see that right angled square, we know that it is a right angle. This obtuse angle looks like a great place to lay down and relax. Right here, we have a right angle. Down the bottom, again, I could lay back here and relax. It is obtuse. And this is a cute little grandma pinching our cheeks. Any questions on this page, bring them with you to class. All right, loves, this time we are labeling the types of angles that are found. So if we're looking at this, we have acute, and obtuse. So we have acute angles and obtuse angles on this, specifically two acute, one obtuse. This is just right. When we see a square or a rectangle, we know that the only angle options are going to be right angles because that is part of what makes them a rectangle. Down here, we are going to have two acute angles and two obtuse angles. So acute and obtuse. Over here, we have two acute angles and two obtuse. So these guys are going to be acute and these are going to be obtuse. This one was a little tricky. We had to look really closely. Here, look at this cute little triangle. This cute little equilateral triangle, all acute angles. And then this last one, we have four right angles. Even though it's flipped on its side, we can see that we have that square action. Any questions on this page? Bring them with you to class. All right, Nuggets, we're looking for right angles on our shapes, right angles. So looking here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 right angles. Looking at this letter T, I have 1, 2 right angles. Looking at the letter L, I have 1 right angle. Looking at the letter P, right there and right there and right there, I have 3 right angles. Letter E. Why did I say I? This is an E. We have 4 right angles. And then over here, we have 1, 2, 3. If you found any that I missed, please let me know. Otherwise, bring your questions to class. All right, looking more at our alphabet, but this time I wanted acute angles and obtuse. Acute was going to be in blue and obtuse is going to be in red. So let's start with our cuties. We have an acute angle right there. We have an acute angle right there and right there. We have acute angles here, here, and here. We have acute angles here, here, and here. We have acute angles here and here. And then we have acute angles here and here. I'm going to go back and switch it to red and look at our obtuse angles. So finding obtuse angles, we have obtuse here and here. So for our letter letter Y, we have one acute and two obtuse. Letter N, there are no obtuse angles, so just two cuties. Letter A, I have two obtuse, leaves me with three acute and two obtuse. The letter M, just the three acute angles. The letter K has an obtuse angle here and an obtuse angle here for two of each. And the letter X, the outside angles are obtuse, so two of each. Any questions on these, kiddos? Bring them with you to class. Otherwise, have a great weekend, mathletes, and I will see you next week.